Hi guys, welcome back. We're reading Scorpions, chapter 5. Mac wanted to walk over to McGarvey Park, but Tito said he didn't want to go to the park. Jamal didn't want to go to the park with Mac either. Instead, they walked over to 116th Street. There were winos sitting on one bench, and Jamal and Tito and Mac went to the other. "When'd you get out?" Jamal asked. "Last week," said Mac. "This guy I know, he was going from Stopford to Greenhaven, and I told him to look up Randy and tell him that I was out." "Randy said you turned on him," Jamal said. "No, man, I didn't turn on him," Max said, shaking his head. "Me and Randy always been tight. Willie was the one that done turned him in. They got Willie on possession, and then he tried to cop him a plea by turning on Randy and me. Only when they got to me, I told them the truth, just like Randy told me. Willie done all the shooting. He was high. Randy told him not to get high, but he got high anyway." "If you didn't turn on Randy, then why are you out?" "Well, they let me cop because I told them Randy and Willie was in there. Randy ain't mad about that because they got the ID from the other lady who was in there, who's in the store as well. I told them that Willie did all the shooting." Tito was sitting on the back of the bench. He had his head back and his eyes were narrowed. "Yeah, that's what you say." Jamal looked down toward the playground, the two small girls in the swings. "And that's the truth," Max said. "Randy said I should come and see you. His lawyer called me and tell me that he can make an appeal for $2,000, Max said. "You know I ain't got that kind of dust, man. But if I had it, I would shoot it on down to that lawyer so he could make the appeal." 2,000? Jamal remembered Mama saying that Randy needed $500. "Who's he?" Mac nodded towards Tito. "He's my homeboy, Tito," Jamal said. A red bus pulled up to the bus stop outside of the park, and a heavy lady got off. And when she stepped down on the sidewalk, Jamal saw that her legs were bowed. Her ankles were almost bent to the ground. "Randy say maybe I get the money from the Scorpions. But the Scorpions can't do no business if they mess with Randy," Max said. "How come?" "'Cause they don't want Randy out, 'cause he's too old. They don't want nobody 17 or like that. If they have all these young dudes like you and your homeboy here, then they can't get you to testify or nothing. Randy, he's old. The man get him, then he's got to go and he's got to turn on somebody." "I ain't got nothing to do with the Scorpions," Jamal said. "I don't run with no gang." "Hmm. Listen, if you take over the Scorpions, then you can get the money for Randy's appeal," Max said. "Randy told me that if he go down, you got to take his place." "Take over the Scorpions?" "Yeah. Randy say they carry for the Spanish guys over near 96th Street, and they can make a lot of money easy." Jamal glanced over at Tito. Tito looked at him and then looked away. "The Scorpions ain't just turning over their gang to me," Jamal said. Yeah, they will. If I got your back, they gotta give me some slack, 'cause I'm the Mac," Mac said. "I'm still the warlord. They don't mess with the Mac. You go in and you say that you're taking Randy's place, and then I got your back and everything will be cool." Jamal watched a small group of pigeons strut around a half-eaten corn muffin on the ground. A sparrow landed in the middle of them, poked at the muffin, and then hopped away as a pigeon pecked at him. "You his boy? Why don't you take over the Scorpions? And and then they can get the money up? Jamal asked. God bless you. That ain't what Randy said, Max said. I'm only 12, man. Jamal sucked his teeth and looked away. You'd be 21 with what I got for you, Max said. I got the heat karate can't beat. Miss 357 and a ticket right to heaven. A blind man with a seeing eye dog crossed St. Nicholas Avenue. Jamal watched as the man followed a dog across the street. The dog looked happy, taking the man around. I gotta think about this, Jamal said. Randy says that you got the heart. Yeah, he got the heart too, and look where he is. I got your back, so they ain't nothing to worry about. You and me is tight, just the way me and Randy was. Yeah, you be around here tomorrow? I gotta go see my parole officer tomorrow. I'll be around the next day. Okay, Jamal stood up. See you around then. How much do you say he's gotta have? 500, 2,000, Max said. What do you mean? 500 or 2,000? Yeah. Yeah? You want me to bring that thing with me when I come? No, not yet, Jamal said. Me and Tito got a split. We see you outside that game room one day, the day after tomorrow. I'll be there. Jamal started walking uptown. Tito followed behind him. The wind was picking up, and it carried torn pieces of a Kentucky Fried Chicken bag against his legs and dust into his face. He walked onto 8th Avenue without saying anything. They went up to 123rd Street, to the Drive, and then to the gray stone apartment building where Tito lived. How do you feel? Tito looked at Jamal. Okay. Don't look sad, okay? Tito straightened Jamal's collar. If Abuela see you looking sad, she's gonna start asking questions and then going on. Yeah. He needs a gun, right? Tito said. When he say he's gonna bring something, he needs a gun, right? Jamal shrugged. Jamal, I don't like that guy. He acts like he's using crack or something. He's always like that, Jamal said. He don't never act right. That's what my mama didn't want him in the house. What's your brother like? Why does your brother like him? 'Cause he's stupid? Hey, try to look all right, Tito said as the elevator came. A dark-haired Spanish girl with a big dog came out of the elevator. The dog barked at Jamal. Jamal jumped back at the dog as the dog brushed by them. Your dog ain't nothing but a mutt, Tito said to the girl. And on the way up to Tito asked Jamal what he was going to do. But Jamal just shrugged again because he didn't know. Abuela said that they had to eat. She warmed up some noodles and chicken, and they ate it with a hot flatbread that Abuela made on the top of the stove. It was good. Then they went to Tito's living room and started in on their homework. Tito had his comics under one of the pillows. They did part of their homework and then started looking at Tito's comics. You can't take over no scorpions, Tito said. They got guys 14 and 15 years old. They're too old and too tough. They ain't gonna listen to a kid. I don't know. Mama was talking about getting some extra work to get the money for the appeal. $2,000? She said only 500 or something like that. If we could carry packages from the A&P, we could maybe make $5 or $7 a day. Tito wrote down 5 and 7 on the border of a comic. That's $12. If you made 7 and I made 5. And that's every day $12. Then how many days we gotta work to get 500? You mean carrying packages on Saturdays and Sundays too? Yeah, that's $12 into $500. It don't go even. How you know? I don't think it go in even because the last numbers are different. Jamal figured out how many days it would take him to come up with that money, and it's 41 days. Abuela came in with cookies and a little soup in bowls. She asked Jamal if he played guitar, and he said that he didn't. And Abuela was the same color as Tito, and her eyes were just as dark. But they didn't seem the same as Tito's. Abuela's eyes had creases in the eyelids, and they looked old. She always seemed happy, but she never smiled. To Jamal it was almost as if the old woman had 1,000 things to do and never enough time to do them all. Jamal took a bowl of cookies and thanked Abuela. That's not too long, Tito said after Abuela had left. It's a little more, but that's about how long it's going to take. We might as well do that, Jamal said. They do everything in slow anyway. He was only 17 when he got into that robbery, and then when the trial came up, he was 18 already. I think that's better than messing with the Scorpions, Tito said. I gotta make sure how much money they need for the appeal. How you gonna do that? I'm gonna call up the lawyer. I had to do that once when they first started out because we had to know how to get to the courtroom. We could make more on weekends, and it wouldn't even be that long, Tito said. Suppose we got lucky and carried this real heavy package for a rich lady, and then she say, "Oh, here's $100 for each of you." Now, suppose she say her husband a lawyer, and then he'll do the appeal for us if we carry the groceries all the time. That could happen, Tito said. Yeah, but you know where that got to happen. In one of those in one of them big white stores downtown. Abuela came in again, this time with milk, and called Tito. Tito Gorgito. Tell Jamal what that means in English, Abuela said as she left the room. What does it mean? Little fat Tito. You want to finish your homework now? No. See, that's why I can't get my homework done with you, Jamal said. We're supposed to be doing it, and you don't want to do it. You want to finish it now? You didn't want to finish it first, Jamal answered. Okay, I'm going to tell the teacher if she calls on me, because most of the time she don't call on me. That crazy mugger took my homework. Why a mugger gonna take your homework? Jamal said. That don't make no sense. See, I said he was crazy. And they both laughed. I gotta go, Jamal said. But your grandmother is right. You're getting as fat as a girl. I'm not that fat. You're getting kind of fat. Jamal, I don't think that you should mess around with no gun, man, Tito said. When I think about it, it makes me sad. How am I going to tell the Scorpions what to do? I don't know, Tito said. Randy, he shot somebody and killed them. Maybe they think that you're going to shoot somebody and kill them too. Hey, guess who I ran into yesterday? Who? Mac. Where'd you run into him? Mama put down the dish towel and turned towards Jamal. Over on St. Nicholas. What were you doing over there? Just walking. Just walking my foot. When you think I was born sometime this morning? No, ma'am. I don't want you near that boy. You understand me, Jamal Hicks? Yes, ma'am. And I don't want his name mentioned in this house. If Randy wasn't fooling around, going out with that lame brain, you know he ain't right, don't you? He don't act right. So what use